Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, and this is the GPC Galactic Pokemon League GPC draft breakdown. Breaking down the team that I drafted this year, or for this season. Going under the name Chicago Bearticks again, like always. So, first round pick. I was really debating between two Mons. When the draft first started, I was really set on taking Victini because I wanted to try running Victini and seeing what it could do. But when it came to my pick, I changed my mind and I went with Garchomp. The reason for going with Garchomp is it's a very physical Mon. It's a Mon that I've enjoyed using in the past, and it's one that I wanted to try out in Draft League format. The Ground Dragon type, it is weak to Ice types, however, it does punch a lot of holes through a lot of things. So, I'm going to try. I've used Mega Garchomp in the past and enjoyed it a lot. So, I'm actually looking forward to doing this with Garchomp. Just base form. So then the second round pick, I took Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, if you've seen on WWC or any of the other leagues that I've been involved in the past that I've posted, I don't remember if there's anything besides WWC up there. Alolan Ninetales is a beast. I watch a lot of Dan, aka A-Drive, and just Alolan Ninetales has been a beast for him, and I've enjoyed it. Setting screens, you can choice specs it with Moonblasts or Freeze Dry or Blizzards or 100% with Hail Up. If you don't want to specs it, you can Nasty Plot and do a lot of damage that way by getting it set up for Moonblast and all that. Setting up Aurora Veil, which basically puts up Reflect and Light Screen at the same time, is a great combination as well. It's a great physical Mon, great physical hitting Mon. It's got good speed, and it can also be used as a support. And that's kind of the theme of my team for this season, was a very fast, physical team that hits hard, punches through walls, but it's not very defensive, because I hate playing defensive. Hyper offense is my style. Third round pick, Gengar, another really hyper offensive monster. Scarf it, specs it, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Shadow Sneak for priority. It can Sucker Punch if need be. It's got access to a whole host of moves. It can Destiny Bond to kill out a major threat. If I know I don't stand a chance against something, Gengar comes in, clicks Destiny Bond. If I Scarf it, clicks Scarf Destiny Bond and takes down a monster that I can't handle. So all in all, I really love this Mon too. It's another one that I love using in playthroughs and that, and I can't wait to try it out competitively. Going into round 4, I was going to take Mega Scizor, and I should back up. I got sniped in each of the first 4 rounds of the draft. Reuniclus went 3rd overall. I wanted Reuniclus, or 4th overall. I wanted Reuniclus simply for the fact that I'm building a hyper-offensive speed team, and so someone could easily bring Trick Room and then start punching through my fairly weak defenses. So I wanted Reuniclus. In WWC, the other league that I am in currently, the one that I host, Reuniclus went undrafted, so I figured, okay, it's going to sit around. Well, it went 4th overall, so there goes that plan. Then I was going to pick I was going to take Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam went round 3. That was going to be my replacement Psychic type. It was going to hit a lot harder as well. And then I also had there's something in round 2 I was going to take, and it got sniped out from underneath me. And then coming into round 4, I was going to take Mega Scizor. And Mega Scizor literally went the pick before me to the Copenhagen Cacturns because it helps their Victini core. So I went with Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade hits hard. It's got base 110 speed, so it's not necessarily terrible. And later in the draft, you'll see how I kind of supplemented some of these low-speed mons. And Fighting Psychic type actually gives me good coverage that I was already missing. So, since I lost out on my Mega Scissor, I went with Escavalier. The reason I went with Escavalier was I was very worried about Galactic Damien, the commissioner of this league, and his team. They had Reuniclus, Stakataka, and Bronzong at this point, which is a solid Trick Room team, and Trick Room completely obliterates my team. So I took one of the biggest Trick Room abusers possible in Escavalier. You slap a Choice Band on this thing, knock off Drill Run, Mega Horn, Iron Head. It basically deals with everything. Almost everything. HP Fire is not its friend. Garchomp can take HP Fires and retaliate back with Earthquakes. So, I like having Escavalier. I've used Escavalier in a numerous amount of leagues. I've used it outside of league, competitively on Showdown. It's a nightmare. I love this thing, and I can't wait to unleash it in another league. It's currently my kill leader on my team with WWC. That includes Zeraora and Latios. So, it is a monstrous nightmare, and I fully anticipate using it against Damien to block his Trick Room, as well as any other Trick Room users are going to have to worry about it coming in and running up on you. Going into the next round, we picked up Aerodactyl. This was not the original pick. For this round, going into round 6, I was going to start targeting fire types, because I needed a fire type. Something that could soak up hits as well as hit hard. So I was looking at Chandelure. I've had a lot of experience with Chandelure. I've done a lot of good damage with Chandelure. I've got a tricky set with Z Memento on Chandelure that just wipes the floor. When not careful, Z Chandelure really just destroys things. If you're not paying attention, it's got Flame Body to burn, it's got Infiltrator to get through subs, it's got Flash Fire to deal with fire types that try to take down a level 9 Tails or Escavalier. It would have been perfect. It got picked. 2 picks later, my backup fire type, Darmanitan. Sheer Force, Life Orb, Flare Blitz, just destroys, punches holes in everything, as well as Earthquake and all sorts of other sheer forcing moves. That thing got picked 2 picks later. So at this point, my fire type options were limited. I did not want to take Rotom Heat because of the fact that it only gets Overheat, and that's a really terrible move to have to use as your only source of fire type attacks. So instead of picking a fire type, I scrambled and grabbed Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is very physical, great physical attack. It's got coverage and Iron Head, Rock Slide. It's got all the elemental fangs. It's got flying Rock Stab. It has ground type moves. It's got steel type moves. Base 130 speed, so it's fast too, just like the rest of my team except for Escavalier. And so it just fit. It gave me a defogger. It gave me a rocker. Give me a off the ground mon to handle Earthquake duty from Gengar. Just it fit my team for what I needed, and I still had to come up and figure out what I was going to do for a fire type. So we come back around round 7, and I take Incineroar. I took Incineroar because I needed a dark fire type. I didn't have plans to take a dark type anywhere else in the draft when I was looking at my initial plan set. So I grabbed Incineroar. I don't like Incineroar as a competitive mon. I think it's a great mon to have for it's a great mon to have for like playthroughs, but in all honesty, I think it's a terrible mon for competitive. Yes, Intimidate and Assault Vest are good combos, but that's playing defensive, and it just doesn't fit my style. So right now I'm kind of sitting with Incineroar. I'm going to see if I can pop a tier 3 fire type off of somebody through trade or something, but yeah, Incineroar was my choice. It's also kind of slow, so it'll help in Trick Room, but it's not great if someone brings Trick Room against me. Moving into round 8, here's where I wanted to start playing the games. I drafted Ninjask. Now, the reason I drafted Ninjask is solely for its speed boosting ability. The way this league works is similar to WWC. You can pass speed, or you can pass any combination of stats minus speed. You can't pass speed plus a Swords Dance, or speed plus a like speed plus a Curse, or speed plus Iron Defense, or speed plus anything. It's either you baton pass speed or you baton pass other stats. You can't baton pass plus speed and plus anything. So Ninjask for me, I figured, okay, we come in protect or sub, protect, sub, protect. Now we're at +4 speed. Unless something's setting up in front of me, then we only go as high as we can before we have to worry about getting set up on. Let me adjust that volume down here. That came out kind of loud. Anyways, so I could speed pass. So, speed pass into Glade. Now, something with high attack and decent speed becomes a monster. Baton pass into Garchomp. Similar deal. Baton pass into Aerodactyl. Now, you can't even outspeed me with a Scarfer. Baton pass into Gengar, again, is going to force Scarfs to come. Basically, having speed pass Ninjask on the team is going to force people to scarf themselves and do a lot of things, or bring Trick Room, which I have the answers for in Escavalier and Incineroar. So, that's where I started playing the game, by bringing in Ninjask. Next pick, Xurkitree. Another Mon that is really good once it gets speed under its belt. Base 173, 174, something like that. Special attack, it will punch holes through things. It's got great coverage because it gets Energy Ball and Discharge and several other status, super effective, not status, but special moves. It's more of a special wall breaker to pair with my Garchomp and Glade as physical wall breakers. If I make this my Z Captain and give it Z Hypnosis, as long as the Hypnosis hits, I basically sweep, because what Z Hypnosis does is it raises your speed 2 stages, and then they either have to wake up, have sleep talk, or switch, and on that switch I can Tail Glow. So now I'm +2 speed, +3 special attack, and just punch holes through an entire team with Xurkitree. Xurkitree could easily sweep. The other thing I could do with Ninjask is I can Baton Pass 2 speed, Z Hypnosis, so I'm faster on the Z Hypnosis. If it hits, get the +2 speed from there as well, so now I'm at +4 speed, so even Scarfers are going to have a hard time outrunning me. Do the same, I'm trying to think here. Do the same Tail Glow. Get myself to +3, +4, and Xurkitree should basically eliminate anything that's sitting in front of it. Going into second or last pick, Starmie. I needed a water type. I had the points to get another tier 2. There was not really anything left between tier 1 and tier 2 that I wanted for a water type, so I kind of just grabbed Starmie because it's a spinner and it's relatively fast and has decent special attack stat. I can fish for Scald Burns, I can rapid spin, I can carry any HP I need on it. Hydro Pump, Psychic Stab, it gets fairy moves, gets Thunderbolt so it can come in against other water types and do damage. I don't know how much I'll bring it, but it's a good Mon. It's another Mon that if I speed pass into, it forces Scarfers to have to come in and deal with it. And that left me with the final pick for this season. I was 6th in the draft order, so I was right in the middle of every round. I picked up tier 5 Lilligant. I needed a grass type. to balance out my typings. Lilligant can Quiver Dance. It can do a whole host of things. It's got a lot of different aromatherapy. It can Stun Spore. It can Sleep Powder. It can Spore. It can just do a whole host of stuff. It's got 110 special attack, which is great. It's got base 95 speed, so it's not super slow. It's actually almost as fast as a Celebi is. It's very good speed. And I can Baton Pass speed into this, and now suddenly I've got this thing super fast as well. I owe Bionic Soup a lot of credit for this pick. He helped me pick my tier 5 grass because I don't understand what's good and what's not in basically the majority of tier 4 and 5. So thank you, Bionic Soup, Jed, for the recommendations and bringing it up. So that's my team that I drafted. Mega Gallade, Garchomp, Ninetales, Arrow, Incineroar, Escavalier, Ninjask, Gengar, Xurkitree, Starmie, and Lilligant. However, that is not the team that I'm rolling into Week 1 with. Gearin, another one of my friends who's in my Discord server, who was also in the league but had to drop out. If you want to meet up with him, hang out, talk to him, or just check him out. He also streams as well. Link to my Discord will be in the description. Just follow that link to the Discord, join in, and he's hanging around there all the time. He's one of the mods in there, so you can chat him up, talk to him, and see. But he gave me the idea of speed passing to... He gave me the idea of speed passing. Then when I was looking at things and talking to Bionic Soup, we talked about Scolipede as the speed passer instead of Escavalier. And when I was looking through everything, as the draft progressed, Mega Garchomp did not get picked. So I was like, ooh, I know how to run Mega Garchomp, but what if we speed pass into Mega Garchomp instead of regular Garchomp? Because speed passing into Mega Garchomp, you have to have, like, Choice Banded Ice Shards in order to hit me hard enough to kill me, because that will just obliterate. So I decided to make a few moves right after the draft ended, and I burnt 3 of my 4 moves to make the changes. So what I did was I dropped Mega Gallade and picked up Mega Garchomp. Because of that, I had to drop Garchomp, and Garchomp was my only tier 1, so I had to pick up another tier 1. Scolipede didn't go drafted, so I picked up Scolipede. And then because I had Scolipede and because I swapped Mega Gallade for Mega Garchomp, I managed to pick up an extra 20 points for me to spend on my free pick mons. So I dropped Ninjask to pick up Hitmonlee, which was a 20-point difference, and I could do that because I had Lilligant that I could slide up into my tier 5 slot. So in reality, I ended up with this as a team. So we have Mega Garchomp, Scolipede, Alolan Ninetales, Aerodactyl, Incineroar, Escavalier, Lilligant, Gengar, Xurkitree, Starmie, and Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee is another mon that I can really effectively speed pass to. Sorry, I don't need to give away my record right there, even though I've already done it. Hitmonlee, speed passing, huge. That thing has base 85 speed. You speed pass a couple times, now it gets up there over base or +2, +3, and it's going to run shop on several things. Scolipede hits hard too. I mean, it's got access, it's got high attack, it's got access to Mega Horn, it's got access to Earthquake, Poison Jab, a lot of really good moves. Mega Garchomp, much higher base attack than Garchomp, regular Garchomp. It's slower than regular Garchomp, but the speed boost counteracts that. So all in all, those 3 swaps allowed me to maintain my fighting type that I lost in Mega Glade. I had double Psychic between Starmie and Mega Glade, so I was fine. I kept the Psychic type. Garchomp for regular Garchomp just flips those around. And switching Scolipede for Ninjask, I was already double bugged. I was already double flying, so now I'm single flying, double bug, and double poison, which is fine because then I don't have to bring Gengar to every match if Gengar doesn't have a good match. So that's the team I'm rocking with. I'm looking forward to unleashing it and seeing what happens. And I'm still looking for a fire type. I'm still not happy with Incineroar, and I'm going to be running around looking for a fire type to replace it, and then see what I got to do for dark coverage. But yeah, that's where we sit. I look forward to how this season's going to go. Links for my Twitch, my Discord, my artist, and all the other good stuff will be down below. So that's the draft recap for GPC. The first match should be going... Team Builder for the first match should go up... Let's see, today's Sunday. Team Builder match will go up Monday. Team Builder for the match will go up Monday. The match will go up Tuesday. Team Builder for WWCs are going to go up on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to have the battles up for WWC on Thursday. This is all relative, and I'm going to adjust it. And the WWC recaps will also be going up at some point as well throughout that list. So that's where we're at. I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.